Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
The first and foremost sacred secret I want you to know: integrity is falling in love with your higher personality. Understand? You do have Sadashivatva in you. You are hardwired for it. It's not that your Sadashivatva is gift from somebody. No. Understand? Just like how when you fall asleep, you put an alarm and tell the alarm, hey, wake me up tomorrow morning. Same way, that's exactly the way I sent my gurus. I sent my gurus to the planet Earth ahead of me and said, hey, I am coming. Wake me up when I assume the human body. My alarm clocks were my gurus. Hey, wake me up. Understand? They just reminded me to fall in love with my higher personality, Sadashiva. I started my public life in a very young age. Immediately after 12, after I realized my enlightenment, I took my first Padayatra as per my Guru's instruction. That Padayatra is my first enriching Padayatra. See, I should say, I started organized public life in 2000. But my public life started when I was 12. How I started my public life? One person at a time. I'll walk from village to village, sit, spend some time. And small boy, naturally people will be curious, all alone. They will come and try to talk to me. Then I'll start talking to them and start enriching. Whatever little way I know. It was a raw, crude, ground level way. One person at a time. So I decided I am going to start my own way. One person at a time.
என்னுடைய ரூம் பக்கத்துல ரூம் தான் அவர் இருந்தாப்புல. ஒரு சின்ன இரும்பு பெட்டி ஒன்று இருக்கும். அந்த இரும்பு பெட்டியில தினந்தோறும் காலையில் 5 மணிக்கு எழுந்து ஒரே நபர் எங்க ஹாஸ்டல்லே முதல் நபர் அவராக தான் இருப்பாரு. குளிச்சுட்டு வந்துட்டு தினந்தோறும் பூஜை செய்வாப்புல. பூஜை செய்து விட்டுட்டு யாரெல்லாம் அவர்கிட்ட போயிட்டு ஆசீர்வாதம் கேட்கிறாரோ அவர் திண்ணூறு வச்சு இன்றைய நாள் நன்றாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எல்லாருக்கும் ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுவாப்புல.
இப்பயும் அவர் சிரிச்சுட்டே தான் இருக்கிறாரு. ஆனா அந்த சிரிப்பினுடைய அர்த்தம் எனக்கு இப்பதான் கரெக்டா புரியுது. ஏன்னா அது ஒரு தெய்வீக சிரிப்புன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அந்த தெய்வீக சிரிப்பை என்னால இப்பவும் நல்லா உணர முடியும்.
ரூம்குள்ள வந்துட்டாருன்னா ஒண்ணு சும்மாவே இருக்க மாட்டாரு, புக் எடுத்து படிப்பாரு, இல்ல அந்த சிலைகளுக்கான அலங்காரங்கள் பண்றது இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாரு. இல்லைன்னா எந்நேரம் பார்த்தாலும் ஒரு அந்த மெடிடேஷனோ இல்ல வேற ஒரு பாவ நிலையிலயோ ரூம்குள்ளேயே நடந்துட்டு இருப்பாரு. இதுக்காக ஒர்க்கையும் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ண மாட்டாரு. ஒர்க் டைம் வந்தா அதுல இருந்து இறங்கி உடனே வேலைக்கு போவாரு. வேலைக்கு போயிட்டாருன்னா அங்க சிரிச்சு பேசி ஜாலியா இருந்து அதே நேரத்தில் உன்னிப்பா கவனிக்கிறது.
Parivrajaka Yatra happens only when you move out of joy. I tell you, I was moving like a banyan leaf in the breeze. When a leaf falls from the tree, in the breeze how it moves. That's the way I moved in my life. That is why my Parivrajaka, even to remember, is a joy for me. I tell you, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So most smartest strategy is hard work with integrity. That's all. That's the most smartest strategy. I decided, let me sit and start doing, start empowering, start enriching. Actually, that is the way I remember me even now. When I close my eyes, I don't remember me sitting in a golden throne. When I close my eyes, I only remember the boy, village boy with a stick on his shoulder, a kamandalu. Before Hindus could recognize, I have created a very powerful enlightenment ecosystem. Everywhere, spiritual awakening is happening, enlightenment is happening. People are manifesting enlightenment, manifesting powers, everything. Kailasa is reviving the enlightenment ecosystem. The Kailasa will be the place where almost million power manifestors are living and running. At least 10 million temples and monasteries, which are spiritual embassies of Paramashiva, and reviving this enlightenment, power manifesting civilization. Kailas is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems. Kailasa is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems created for enlightenment will be revived and established in such a way it never gets lost again. There forever serving the humanity.
And Sugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, we offer our humble obeisance, our humble pranam at the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And we welcome you all the viewers across the world, wishing an auspicious Suprabhatam. Good morning to all this morning. For those of you tuning in for the first time to Kailasha's Nithyananda TV, welcome to the official TV channel for Sri Kailasha, the only and the greatest Hindu nation in the world. His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam is the reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightened civilization, and the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. His Divine Holiness is an avatar from and is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness has made science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities for humanity. Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, and Nithyananda Order of Monks of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, nuns, Hindu diaspora, are working for global peace and to give super consciousness breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, the world's largest university, with extended campuses in 150 countries in collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and the 64 sacred arts and sciences like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, and Vastu. His Divine Holiness is the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamala Pita Sarvajna Pitam, an ancient apex body of Hinduism, and present emperor of Surya Vamsha Surangi Samrajyam. His Divine Holiness has survived the worst persecution of many assassination attempts in person on character by anti-Hindu elements. To explore the videos, you can visit Kailasha's Nithyananda YouTube channel. Spread the message of Sri Kailasha. Share this satsang. Let's enrich and enreach. In Hinduism, we recognize the happening of incarnation on planet Earth. Every few thousands of years, the superconsciousness energy decides to manifest in a physical plane and relate with all of us to give the breakthrough which is needed at this time. This happened with all the physical breakthroughs of life, like walking on land for the first time, walking on two legs for the first time, developing language for the first time, Paramashiva manifested on planet Earth in order to lead the life at the time to the next evolutionary breakthrough in consciousness,
which is happening now.
Today, there are millions that recognize Paramashiva has come down to planet Earth once again in the form of His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, whom we fondly call as Swamiji. He manifested this grand Leela of his life. For each and every one of us to be part, to have the super consciousness breakthrough. Swamiji has taken this physical form and come down from Kailasha itself. Now that Swamiji is here, we can celebrate his happening on planet and spread the message of Sri Kailasha. We invite all the viewers to share this link with all on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. As we continue in the Satsang introduction and to get prepared for Swamiji's Satsang, Swamiji beautifully tells us that the only practice which can destroy self-doubting pattern is enriching others. You cannot complete with your self-doubt. You need to understand how much our completion you try to do. You will suspect, you will have doubt even with that completion. How will you clear then? Ramakrishna says beautifully, if somebody is possessed by ghost, you can throw sesame seed on them and drive the ghost away. But if the ghost enter into the sesame seed, how will you drive the ghost using the sesame seed? He is sitting inside the sesame seed. So if you have any incompletion, you can do the completion process and complete it. Get rid of it. Get rid of the incompletion. But self-doubt is such. The doubt in the very completion process itself. So the incompletion has entered into your completion. Then how the completion is going to remove the incompletion? The one and only way to get rid of self-doubt is enrich, enrich, and enrich. Enriching is not marketing. Enriching is not converting, because converting others, the result is external. Marketing is the result is external. For the sake of the result outside, you do marketing or converting. But here, with enriching, the result are inside. Over the last 7 months, Swamiji has been continuously guiding Kailashians through the perilous time which we are living in. The coronavirus pandemic has claimed almost 20 million lives, with 700,000 deaths. The economic collapse and the global famine, which has happened due to the lockdown that nations all over the world have mandated, are both affecting millions. An approximate 10 million people all over the world are suffering due to severe hunger. As the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji has been continuously guiding over 2 billion Hindus all over the world to protect ourselves during this time and to use this time to consciously build ourselves and to have a super consciousness breakthrough. Paramashivoham Level 2 program is another initiative that Swamiji has started for the same purpose. Over 5,000 people have attended this 16-day program. Until today, we have hearing about the heartfelt sharings of people around the world who have benefited. The global Akhanda Nirvikalpa Jnana Yajna, the worldwide 24/7 initiative, the meditation, prayer, spiritual healing through just to put things in perspective. 4 million minutes is equivalent to one person sitting 7.6 years and unclutching continuously without one single break. Swamiji has blessed that the power of joining this global movement is such that if you participate by just sitting 1 hour every day, along with the hundreds of others during this yajna, you will experience the same benefit of 7.8 years of unclutching. Another breakthrough program that Swamiji launched is the Paramashiva Ganas program, a unique program during the 4th month Chaturmasya period to do the digital Sastra Adhyanam, studying the scriptures. Swamiji reveals the divine message from Paramashiva every day at 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Tuning in to live satsang every day is the perfect way to spiritually align yourself again and again. If you miss the live satsang, you can always go back and watch on Kailasha's Nithyananda YouTube channel. Let us now understand the divine guidance that Swamiji has been giving for us during this pralaya.
This pralaya, which is happening now, has some good news, some great news. There's no bad news. Listen. Good news is false security, blind spots, and some true, powerful, real cognitions. Understand? Your mind is mixture of both. I should say, for a common man, the powerful cognitions is very less percentage, large number of percentage. I'll give you some example for blind spots. People in anger, in rage, sometimes think, come on, let's do it, and face what comes after that. But when after effects, the side effect, the result of what they have done, when it comes, they can't face. That is what I call blind spot based mental setup. People make decisions arrogantly. You can see even in Indian movies. Constantly this insome. Oh God. Only if you are violent, you can survive, which is not true. Raising the negativity, friction among the human beings and encashing the cheap emotions, triggering the cheap emotions and making money. Most cheapest business. I've always seen thinking blind spot based mental system will collapse now in this pralaya. Actually, non-violence is the real heroism. We should teach our next generation how to take the non-violence and blissful coexistence to your core level. All this violence-centric heroism and violence-centric hero worship stories, everything should be moved away from the next generation. Violence should not be taught as heroism. Making yourself rich, happy, blissful through happy coexistence. That should be the lifestyle, and that is only going to be the future. Youth is not going to believe anymore this violence instigating ideologies. All the blind spot based thinking, delusion based thinking, false idea of security. All this will melt down. All this will melt down. The earlier you remove all this from your life, great for you. Human beings will understand the need for consciousness-based lifestyle through this pralaya, and earlier the human beings understand, quicker they will sail through this pralaya, which is happening now. The great deluge.